Hello! Wow, there's a voice crack. Hi! Happy Wednesday. Why is my eyes freaking out? I'm watching you. Anyway, hi. Happy Wednesday. I meant to start about 20 minutes ago. My head hurt real bad, but thankfully ibuprofen works hard. Hi, how's y'all's day doing? I am so ready for this week to be done. Not because really anything has been happening, but just because I'm just ready for the weekend. I'm just ready. Yeah, I don't think I'll stream very long today. Definitely just gonna be probably just doing one of these chapters and then wrapping it up, because headaches tempered, but also just a little lower energy today. Hello, Hermes. Hello. How are you doing? Did you get any sleep last night after you caught my insomnia? And I somehow managed to get 8 hours of sleep, like, on the dot. Which I'm still flummoxed by. Go to the next chapter. I did get some sleep, yes, and then took a little nap today. Yeah! Naps are good. I, unfortunately, as recommended by doctor, have been told to not take naps. But naps good. Naps are nice, so long as you don't wake up feeling like you've, like, slept through years and are somewhere else. Oh, look at this view. Okay, so this is the next chapter. Last time we were moving in with roommates, it was unclear whether or not we had a partner or not. But it seemed to just be roommates, so I don't know where we are now, but we've moved somewhere else and we have something. Oh, we can move it. What is it? Like a drink thing? This is new, because the last chapter I thought I couldn't move anything, but maybe it's just this chapter I can move things. Interesting. That's... level of difficulty has gone up immediately. Chronic EP naps are bleh sometimes, but it felt nice. Yeah. At least this one was somewhat rejuvenating. Okay, let me get a sense of this house before I really dive into things. Okay, only 4 rooms. I doubt that means it's gonna be easier. It might just be different. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 boxes and bugs. Bugs go here. 4 boxes and a big bed. Damn, it's like I have a bed from IKEA. Looks almost exactly like this. I decorate my place very sparsely, but I was like, I'm not doing a twin bed. I've had a twin bed most of my life. I've had a twin bed in college. I am splurging, and I'm getting a queen bed. I want space. Ooh. Okay, so we have a lot of room. This pre-wrap? The hell is this? Oh, it's ties. Am I gonna have to... Oh, I'm gonna have to organize this bitch's stuff, aren't I? Okay, we have a place for ties. I'll keep these here for now. It feels like we're moving in with someone. This doesn't feel like roommates. This feels like we're sharing a space with someone. Bathroom. Okay, only one thing. Ooh! Window. This is something I've kind of wanted. Like, not something that I'm like, I have to have it, but I've always loved the idea of windows, like, in bathrooms like this, but, like, in locations where someone's not going to be, like, really able to peep on you. Like this, where you're clearly high above, like, a space. Like, ugh. That seems wonderful. That seems like a delight. Ooh, I love this painting? I love it. And only 4 boxes and bamboo. You need to move. Ooh, blender. Okay, let's start with the bathroom because that is 1 box. I also just realized that the sound is not the video game. The sound is the mix I have, but I'm not going to undo it because I still have not fixed the weird delay audio problem. That doesn't go in the bathroom, that goes somewhere else. The plan B is still here. We are still practicing safe sex, and the tampons are here. We still have a need. You won't let me stack these things? Come on. Come on. There we go. I love stacking up stuff. How dare they revoke me of my stacking. I've also decided, because every Wednesday I have a meeting with my work team, and we discuss like, what are your weekend plans? And most of the time, my weekend plans are just vibing. I want to try and go to the Saturday market in my area this weekend. I don't want to get anything specifically. I just want an excuse to get out of the house and be out in the fresh air and maybe get a snack and not just be in my house all weekend again. I also am trying to think if I want to do anything this weekend, like plan-wise. Maybe stream, we'll see. But just things, just to do stuff. Sometimes you gotta get out for a little bit. Yeah, really it's just I need to be not inside all day again, because I have a bad habit of just being a hermit. And I wish to challenge that. I wish to feel more human. And I've spent a long time not feeling human. And I wish to challenge that. This kitchen is tiny. Oh, there's a little painting photo? We don't really see people in this game. Can I finally open the fridge? Nah. Ooh, glass. Ooh, they got a little drip coffee. That's fun. The cookie jar. It's something I really like that I'm noting throughout these chapters is like the things that continue to remain, like the cookie jar. This has been around for a bit. It's cool this in the panini press. That's been here for a bit. Oh, what was this? It was a vegetable peeler. I was like, not again. The bike lock. We had a veggie peeler before a can opener. I saw a post recently where someone was like, I've never had a can opener. I didn't know how they worked. And I'm just like, I mean, I guess that makes sense if you've never interacted with one. It would make sense you don't really know how to use it. I just was flummoxed that someone had never had nor operated or seen how to operate a can opener before. It really makes you rethink how easy things are. Haha, Kelly's playing Civ. Yeah, it really makes you become aware. There's just a lot of knowledge that is just not innate in the world, that to some people feels innate even though it ain't. Like on the one hand, grew up in a household where we barely got takeout, so home cooked meals happened a lot, but also watched a lot of Food Network growing up. I'm gonna shift this a little bit. I'm not going to, I don't like that. A fun thing, actually, this is something I'm either gonna start working on tonight or look into over the weekend. I forgot I had this idea. I'm gonna write this down after stream. is I have learned about, I forget the specific term, but I bookmarked the video for myself. But like, I think they're called spring bones. They are a thing. I don't know if it's specifically a Unity thing and or specifically a thing for like VRM models, but I want to, they are these components that you put onto 3D models that allow for physics and interaction to happen with a model. And I want to try and like put something on my 3D model's hands in order to be able to like interact. Like when I put my hand up to my head, the hand can then physically interact with the strands of hair. But also, I want to see if it's possible for me to put physics bones into my ears, which I've seen mixed results on like my Googlings last night about whether or not the Vroid model's ears have bones in them, because it might not. It might not, and I might not be able to really do anything about it. But if there are, I can maybe make the ears have a sense of physics, which would be very fun. How do I open this door? Oh. I put something specifically in the way. But yeah, I want to... They really put everything in the way. I want to try and give my Vroid models ears physics, because I think that would be interesting. And the more knowledge I learn about being able to manually modify these things, the closer I get to, like, not like an active dream I'm chasing after, but like a pipe dream that, like, this would be cool if I did this, is to do like Vroid model comms. I think would be fun. Not like a thing that I'm like, I really want to do this someday, but more like I would love to have the skills that would allow for me to be able to do that if I wanted to. Because there's a lot of people out there that'll do live 2D stuff. There is not as many people out there that will do Vroid stuff. And I like... Obviously, I love custom 3D models, like ones that are made whole cloth. But I really have a soft spot for Vroid, especially in like the community of it. And like, if you have a entirely custom 3D model, if you want like anything to happen to like your character's like looks or clothing or anything, you have to completely start from scratch. But with Vroid, as long as you're not like doing a bunch of stuff in Unity afterwards, that customization is really accessible, and I really love that. And so I'm just like, I'm very partial to that as a like option out there, and I would love to continue to contribute to the Vroid artist community that currently exists, because I think it's very cool that is something that you can do. Also, I just would also love to learn how to render clothing in a way that looks good. I've never been happy with like the clothing renders I've done so far on my own. It just makes me mad, because I'm like, this could be better, but I'm not figuring out yet what I need to do in order to make it better. Okay, this is probably gonna be folded. And it's very funny, because a part of me is like, oh, I would love to get like an upgraded 3D model someday. But then I look at my like 3D model now, and I'm like, I don't really know what I would want to change. I'm like, I've grown very attached to my current 3D model. Just like, I think what I might do at some point, maybe in the next few months or so, is like try and start from scratch with Vroid, and then just like see, like start from scratch, take some of my reference pieces and be like, if I was to do this from scratch again, not looking at my current Vroid model, what would I do? What would I, like with my new skills, what would I do if I tried to start from scratch? Which may result in something I like even more, may result in something I don't like as much. But it would be fun just to see what I would do now, how close it would be. The biggest thing I think that would be kind of different is the hair. Because the hair I currently have with my 3D model is a heavily edited, like, one that I got off of Booth. Like, I think the only thing that remains is the bangs. Everything else is just, like, piecemealed off of stuff currently available in Vroid that's also been tweaked, and then with a custom hair texture. But, like, I always go back and forth on if I want to make the hair more red or more orange. And I don't know what would happen if I wasn't looking at my current 3D model, what I would do. But it would be a fun process to see. I think last time I checked, I think, according to Steam, I think I've spent like 100. Actually, let me check right now. How many hours have I spent in Vroid? Because I think it was over 100, maybe 120. 106. Which is a lot. That's like 2.5 work weeks, basically. Which, I don't know how many days that would even be. A little under 5? And I wasn't one to just like leave it open or anything. Like, and I'm not using it on stream. It was just like, these are times I've just been using it, practicing, building, fucking around with stuff. That's also a thing too, because I've used it to make my models for the most part, and I haven't done a lot of like other models, is I've had limited time working with each part of the process, but I've had a lot of time with the like fucking around with different clothing pieces part. Which, funny enough, most of the clothing I work with is custom Booth stuff. Oh, he's getting a little ripped up. Bubba. Poor Bubba. Yeah, most of the stuff I work with is custom, so my actual knowledge of pre-made clothing available in Vroid is actually pretty minimal. Which was funny when I realized recently that there was a pre-made, like, button-up shirt that had rolled-up sleeves. I did not realize that was a thing. I think it was a recently added thing, like, within the past year. But yeah, learning that, I was finally able to make my, like, uniform shirt, like, look correct. Because I never used the uniform shirt because I just couldn't stand how the sleeves looked. But I couldn't figure out how to make a rolled-up sleeve version. And now I have it, and it's great, and I'm most likely going to use it more. What do you want, creature? You licking your chops? Was dinner delicious? Your your crunchy, dry crumps? Okay. What are you? A skirt. I need to do a better job at sorting everything out. What do I even have for... I better have hangers somewhere, because 4 hangers is not gonna cut it. And then hang up my skirts. Oh, I have dress pants! I have 1 shoe? How do you want to organize these? Whoever is living with me, they did not organize their pants very well. Somebody sent you a Velguard meme? Okay, okay. Pause the unpacking, we need to look at the meme. Which, this is honestly the most accurate part of this game so far, is just pausing the work to look at literally anything else besides the unpacking. Oh my god, Mimi just scared the shit out of me. There's like a tiny patch of tiny patch of sun that hit her side, but I didn't see it at first as a sun patch. I thought it like a chunk of her fur had fallen out, and it was like just like skin surrounded by fur, and I was like, what happened? She's okay. Oh my god. Why does Manfred have a little beverage? Just like a little chocolate milk? God. God, no! Oh, he's pissing. He's pissing his chalky milk. Manfred, no, you don't have pants. You don't have a digestive tract. The human hand is what's really getting me in all of it, is like you could have edited it or just like colored it so it looked like it was the glove, but nah, you got your raw dogs out there. Yeah, the Griffin's eyes, that's gonna be a thing. I don't know what, obviously we don't know ahead of time what like these characters' vibes or personalities are gonna be. The way they execute the Griffin for that guy, I feel like is really gonna make me, like, is really gonna determine for me how invested in that guy I am. Because honestly, I do not know much about Dragon Age, its lore. I played Inquisition but didn't understand a majority of what was going on. The way they execute the Griffin is really going to be important to how I feel about that guy, probably. Is it like his like murder puppy? Is it a good boy? Can I pet the Griffin? These are questions we must ask ourselves. What is his name, by the way? Because I don't know what that is. I know everybody's got a name. The only person's name that I can recall is Emmerich. Emmerich or Emmerich? I don't know which one is which. Which I know Manfred, and I know Emmerich. That is about it. Unrolls the pinboard and red strings of conspiracy theories. Uh-oh. I was meaning, I did see a friend of mine posted like a build your rook paper. And it was like all the classes, the race options that you have, and then it was like factions? I wasn't sure what it was, but it was like 6 options. And it was like, I don't know if it's like a backstory thing, if it's just like a, this is a group you have connections to. That's a thing I meant to look into. Because I want to avoid the accidental heresy. Ooh, this is a new top. The accidental heresy I kind of did in my run when I played a Dalish elf and did not realize the implications of what the hell I was saying half of the time. So I want to avoid that again. Though I think if I do get it, I think I will... There are places where I'm gonna hang this. I believe I won't be streaming it. If I do stream it, it would maybe be the start of the game. So there's no wall space in this room. I will put you somewhere else. There is no wall space. I will make wall space for you. But yeah, maybe just the start of the game. But yeah, kind of similar to Baldur's Gate, I would probably just be like, I'm gonna sit here for like 10 hours at a time and just play. Not think about things, just focus and go. And I don't like those kind of experiences for stream, so I would probably keep it to myself. I like to sit, I can't read. We'd like to sit in the VC for 10 hours and learn the entirety. Honestly, I'd be up for it. Spin me a yarn. I've like kind of understood things a little bit. But yeah, my like knowledge of Dragon Age is very, very limited. I still need to finish Trespasser for Inquisition. I never finished that. I just know that the Inquisitor's... I know the Inquisitor's hand blows up. And I'm assuming Solus does something stupid. That's all I really know about Trespasser. And I believe I've heard that if you romance Dorian in your run, Trespasser fucking sucks for you. I don't know why, but I'm assuming it's either involving him doing something dumb or homophobia happening. Excellent timing on the mod bot as always. Is this a right or a left shoe? I think these are backwards. But yeah, I just never did it. I'm unfortunately the kind of person where if I'm playing a game and I hit what the game considers a like credits roll point, it gets very hard for me to go back and actually like do post-game stuff. Which is very funny, but I'm very much cherish the like the sense of conclusion that a game can provide or an experience that can provide. It is just unfortunate that it sometimes means that I end up missing out on interesting stuff because I have a very hard time continuing to go in once I get that sense of conclusion. Like, in Stars in Time right now, apparently there's a lot of content that my buds and I did not see when we played, especially involving a character I really like. But I'm like, well, we got the end though. We got the conclusion. I'm like not looking up stuff because I still want like as much of a sense of like surprise and like learning as I can if we do end up playing whatever gets us the secret boss or whatever. But I'm just like, it over though. We got our conclusion. The story ended. Even if it was very sad for me. Because my favorite character died. Off screen. And I'm still upset about it. But yeah, I'd definitely be down for an explanation. If you expect me to have remembered character names proficiently from my Inquisition experience, you would probably be wrong. All I really know, concretely, is that Inquisition had the worst story from what I've heard of the Dragon Age games. It's the only game I've played, and I believe it's Origins that I hear people hype up a lot, but I can't look at it for more than like a minute without being like, I can't stand looking at this. It's aged, it's visually aged like milk, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I can't look at this anymore. I will listen to it explained. I can't play this. I simply cannot. This RuneScape ass looking game. Varric looks like he's withering. Origins and 2 have a great build-up. Inquisition is a great culmination. I liked Inquisition. Despite what I have like negative things I've heard about it, either in comparison to other games or just on its own, as an independent experience, I had a fantastic time. I had a blast. I liked the characters a lot. I like Colin's big fluffy coat thing that he looks so like shy in. I had a fun time. And Cassandra is a bi woman who should have been allowed to explore that part of her and not be stuck as a straight woman, because I mean, look at her. But it was a fun time. I had my main playthrough. Did I ever send you, Hermes? Because I recently found a screenshot of my Inquisitor. Did I ever send you the pic of him? Because I did like multiple, like I messed around with a couple playthroughs, but I had one that I got to the end, who was like my very first playthrough that I ended up taking the whole way. And he is the one I will be rebuilding as my Inquisitor in Veilguard, or at least that's my plan is. And he is he's my little guy. He originally was a D&D character who was a paladin, ended up being reflavored into a druid. There's a half-drowned wood elf man named Galin with a very deep Cockney accent. It was my very first foray into giving a character a Cockney accent. And then I ended up having a character who's been around for about 3 years, who also has a Cockney accent, but is a much different personality. Good old Rapture Watry. So I don't even know if it's a very light Cockney accent. Like, an actual Cockney accent is going to sound much more. I don't know. I don't know how good of an accent attempt it is. I have never attempted to do it around somebody who actually knows what what that would probably sound like. What are all of these books? What is this? This looks fun. This looks like a Greek. It looks like the cover you would see on some sort of like retelling of a Greek mythos. Which reminds me, I know there's something being released soon for Epic the Musical. Epic the Musical, the soundtrack? I don't really know how that guy explains the full thing. I don't remember. So I saw it was like, I saw like a thing on Spotify that was like, countdown for this thing coming soon. But the guy is re-releasing some of the like original songs, like he's re-releasing everything with updated like tracks. I believe because the original tracks that were released couldn't be monetized. But I want to like the new versions, but I listened to them and then I listened to the original recordings and I just like the original ones better. And I think what's coming in a few days is another set of re-releases, because I think it was called like the Wisdom Saga, which I keep forgetting is a thing that he's done. At least I think so, because it's the saga where it's like, God, there's so many chicks. It's where like it's like Athena, and he's like, Odysseus is like the champion of Athena, and here's like how he met her, and here's like why she's disappointed in him right now because of what he's doing, and then it culminates in the Cyclops saga where everything goes to hell, and I believe it's the second saga. Like it's like the Troy and the baby, and then I believe it's Wisdom, and then I believe it's Cyclops, and then Circe, and then Underworld, and most recently Thunderbringer Saga? Or the Scylla Saga? I forget what it's called. I've been listening to that saga a lot recently, though I've been occasionally dabbling in the Underworld Saga, because that is what my YouTube auto-generated playlists have been shoving at me recently. And I have been enjoying it. Last box, last box. God, she got way more chickens after last time. Okay. Critical question, because I feel like every Dragon Age stan has this. But who within the Dragon Age stories mythos is your favorite character? And then justify why. Because I think I have an answer, but I'm curious to hear what yours is. Actually, no, I have two answers. Yeah, I think I have two answers. And obviously enough, they are both from Inquisition, because that is the only game I have really played. Why do you not want to stack up on here? Alright, we gotta move you over here. So many journals. I'm assuming these are sketchbooks. 3 sketchbooks. I need to sketch more. I'm bad at that. The bus. Alright. Yep. Everything is wrong. Okay. That is as to be expected. Do you fit in here? No. Okay. For me... Well, welcome back. Okay, this needs to go on a wall. Can I move these paintings? Y'all look like you can be shifted. You cannot. Is there any wall I can put you? I can't hang up any of the posters. We don't have them. The fuck? Okay. Go here. Oh wait, I couldn't hang it in here. Right. Is that a chicken? Was that Madoka Magica looking egg? Okay. Can I put it over the sink? That would... I don't want to do that. Let me just test real quick. Can I put it over the sink? No. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Is there not wall space for this? Hello? Where the fuck am I supposed to put it then? Okay, you go back on the floor. Floor time for you. Got some vinyls, those are fun. Okay, let's see, let me just double check. Oh, you're good under the bed, okay. Okay, plan B does not want to go here. I'm assuming I put you in this drawer. Okay, you go shoved. But yeah, I think if I was able to pick 2 favorite characters from Dragon Age, I think it would have to, if I could pick 2, I think it would have to be Cole and Varric. My good boys. Cole, who is so very sweet and so very strange, and I adore immensely. Just like a favorite character within like the Dragon Age franchise. Not really for any particular reason, just more it's like, who's like a favorite character of yours? I think Cole and Varric. And then Varric just because I love a gregarious guy who has a lot of like heart. Oh, getting choked up. I just love a gregarious guy with a lot of self-confidence. And man, I mean, the guy runs up to you on a cold day with his tits out, and I respect the hell out of that. Yeah, he's just a delightful guy, and then his relationship with Cole makes me very tender and soft. He's so kind. He's so kind and wants good things for the boy. And I got the book that's like explores the backstory of Cole. I never finished it, but I read the first part, and God, it's sad. God, this boy's been through a bit. And I played through portions. I've never completed more than one playthrough of Inquisition, but I played through parts of the game with other Inquisitors I've made. Can I put stuff up here? Hello. But whenever I've replayed, I have never anytime I've gotten to the part where it's like you have to pick the mage route, or you have to pick the it's like a mage route and a Templar route, or whatever the guys are called. It's the thing that dictates whether or not you get, I think it's either Dorian or Cole as a companion early. And I've always done the one that gets you Dorian early. I've just never explored the other direction. Even though I know it gets you Cole faster, I forget what my reasoning was, but I was just like, I didn't see like an in-game reason for why the hell I would do the other way, even though I knew it like didn't really change anything in the game besides who you encounter first as like a buddy. But I love my boy Cole. I love him. He's so delightful. I really want you to meet Anders. That's a name I've heard a lot, and I can't put a face to. There's a guy. there's two guys who pop in my head when I hear Anders. I don't remember which one is which. There's Anders is in 2, is quite important. Here's the thing. I think both of them are in that game, and I think they're both important. One of them is the very dark-skinned elf with like the white lines, and then the other guy is like, I think he's human. He might be half elven if I remember correctly. But he's got like tan skin, and he's got like slicked back, not slicked back, but he's just like, his hair is just like combed back. And I don't know his vibes at all, but he just kind of looks like a dude. And that's all I really know. And I know the elf gets shipped a lot with Hawk. I've seen a lot of art of the generic Hawk and the elf guy. And I think he's got like a really rough voice, if I remember correctly. I'm just like, I can never have like an active discussion about Dragon Age much with people, because I'm just like, the edge of my knowledge vanishes quickly, and then I'm just pulling information piecemeal out of the veil. Ah. Where do you want to go? You have a place you want to live. You'll live there. You want to be in the shower? You can be there. Haha. This bathroom was not organized well, but considering you don't have a behind the mirror thing, this is where you go. Ta-da! Room is done. Oh, that's it! Yippee! Okay, none of y'all are in the right place. You have a thing for sugar, but not a thing for... You're not putting stuff on the top of the fridge? Girl. You gotta use the top of the fridge. At the very least, store stuff up there you're not gonna use much. Me with my mixer and blender. I feel so silly. I feel like a lot of queers growing up were like, can't wait to have my own place and a KitchenAid mixer. And I got a KitchenAid mixer and I was so excited. And I barely used the thing. And when I end up baking, I always end up just mixing stuff by hand. Like, I only use the mixer if I'm specifically going to be creaming butter, and that's it. And that does not happen very often, which is very funny. I'm like, I've got this. And like right now, I keep flip-flopping between whether or not I want to get like a electric kettle. Because I'm like, I can microwave water in the microwave and use a thermometer to just test the temperature. It works, and it's cheaper. Ooh, rice cooker. But boy, I was talking with a friend recently because I was like interested in like getting supplies to have like a London fog making kit, which I might do later tonight. I've got a bunch of lavender buds that I want to try and make into a simple syrup. But I was talking about like, yeah, I don't have like a kettle. I just microwave water, and they were just like, they were offended. And we're like, I have a kettle that like multiple kettles that are all set to different temperatures depending on the tea, and I'm just like, I only drink black tea and London fogs, which I just use the black tea packets for, which I know is incorrect. I know it's supposed to be Earl Grey, but I'm like, it's close enough, and I just have a stockhold from years of not actually using it because I have a problem where I prefer cold drinks, and if I have a hot drink, I get overheated and then I get uncomfortable and sad. So it is a challenge to try and enjoy a hot beverage. What is this? Ew, is that protein powder? Ugh. No guff to people who do use like protein powder. It's very useful for people, especially if they're needing more protein in their diet, but like, oh, I can't do it. I've tried. There is some sort of specific taste in protein powders And like the way that the powder changes the texture of, like, I can't do protein powders. I can't do those like I think it's not Mucinex, but it's I can't do like the fiber powder that gets put into like water. People are like, oh, you can barely taste it. I taste it. It's bad. And you have to chug those things, because if you don't, it immediately turns into like goop if you leave it for more than like 2 minutes. I can't do it. Like protein bars, no issue. Protein powder, die. I simply cannot, and I simply will not. If I have to like push myself to do something, it's not happening on a regular basis. It's not becoming a habit. And I've accepted that as a part of me and a part of my life. Sometimes growth is accepting what your limits are, not trying to make a new limit. Can I put you in here? You drive me mad. Why do you have one spoon and one spatula and no dish to put it in? Can I put this? It's an electric kettle. It's not going on the stove. Where does this go? This is a in here thing? Where did the bugs go? There we go. You were here last time. I thought you were trash. Where do you go? Where do you want to live? Nope. You a water bottle for bed? Yes. Okay. No, okay. Where do these go? Wait a minute. You are... I'm assuming oil and balsamic vinegar, which is a foul creature. Foul beast. You want to be on the stove? No. Okay. You go here, you go here. Ah, cookies! Wait a minute. You can go up here. Unless you do want this to be a water bottle for bed, then I will put it back. Ah, things can be in multiple places. That's good to know. Here we go. Which means you go here for now, but can you go down here? No. Where do you want to go? There's nothing else on the floor. You are plates. Do I not have any plates? Girl, where are your plates? Where are you hiding them? You have 4 of them. And you don't have a dishwasher, clearly. Where do you go? You go on the counter? Where do you go? We might start just shoving things onto things, gamers. I keep thinking these lights up here are in the game. I'm just like, oh, lights, that's fun. No, it's me. It's going to sink? No. Girl, where do you put your stuff? Yeah. Maybe she'll finally accept pot onto stove. Maybe that'll happen. Yes! We're back, fuckers. Okay. Will she let me stack? She won't. She hates me. She hates me. She said mean things to me. She wouldn't let me stock a pan on a pan. Okay, where do you actually want to go? Because this is confusing me that this doesn't want to be anywhere. Okay, you're here. Alright, I guess that is where that goes. Nope. You don't go down here, do you? Not next to the protein powder. Maybe this needs to be moved up here. Okay. Okay. You go in here. We're almost done with this room. Fuck. We're not almost done with this room. More has to move. Where do you want to go? Who do you want to be? I don't know if this counts as a spoiler or not, so I'm just gonna say spoiler warning just in case for Veilguard. I'm curious to see how Matt Mercer does as Manfred, because I like Matt Mercer a lot, and I like his like voice acting work. It's very hard for me a lot of the times to hear Matt Mercer and not just be like, that's Matt Mercer. Like all through Tears of the Kingdom, anytime I had to hear Ganondorf, I was like, that's Matt Mercer. Which again, not a bad thing, but it's I personally did not really resonate with his performance of Ganondorf, mostly because that type of vocal performance from Matt, I'm just sort of like, okay, it's just a character type that I don't think is his strong suit for my preferences of what I like from his vocal work. But Manfred, though, that's a fucked up little guy. I think he's probably going to do a good job on that. I'm just gonna be very curious to see how it actually plays out in game. Do we really not have any more hangers? Did Boy Toy only let us have like 2? Okay, this goes. Hang on. Don't tell me you gotta completely rearrange this guy's closet. I'll do it if I have to get more space, but ay. I'm taking your clothes hanger, dude. Sorry. This goes here. There was something I saw. I don't know what it was that I was like, I need to hang this. Is it the dress? What did I put you on? Oh. Not a hanger. I meant to put you on, but it got onto a hanger ultimately, which is the most important part. What else needs to hang? You, and there was one other thing I think I saw. What were you? What are you? I think this was just a skirt. Let me see. Taking your pants, loser. Oh, it's a little skirt. Yeah, I'm still taking your pants. Ha. Okay, I'm gonna take these bottom drawers for my underoos. Okay. Obviously, it takes a lot of focus work to get these underoos in order. I should put the other underoos here, actually. Oh, I should coordinate these. This goes in the middle, because it's got the texture. Goes up top, because they match the purple and the white. And this goes at the bottom, because there's nothing else they coordinate with. Then y'all go here. She's still hanging on to that PS Vita? I don't know what that is. I'm impressed she's gone this long hanging on to these same socks and underwear. It's been at least 3 years since that last one. And those things do not last forever. Stop it. Don't want this man's stuff. Okay. There's space for my stuff? There might be. Might have to readjust more of his things. Which I'm not opposed to. I just have to decide to do it. Yep. Yep, you are going on the ground? Yeah, your slippers are getting moved, fucker. Bye! It's in the closet, that's all that matters. As long as my stuff is in order, it doesn't matter where your stuff is. Yeah, under thing. Okay. Guess we're doing the same thing here. Guess the PJs go underneath the pillow. As the Europeans say. Do I have another hanger? Yeah. I've got jackets and cardigans that need to be hung. God, I want a big old, like, woven cardigan like this someday. I think they had some on the Critical Role site, but I just never looked into it and they were expensive, so I did not invest. Did not invest when I should have, and I don't know if they're still selling them anymore or not. We love the Caduceus cardigan. That reminds me, I never finished the... forget what it is called. The thing that Brennan did, the other Calamity. I need to finish that. I've only seen the first episode. I need to finish it at some point. It's just long. And I don't watch D&D Let's Plays anymore, so it's always a lot to be like I sit down and I watch 4 hours. Okay, I'm gonna have to organize your stuff, dude, because I need this out of my way. Apart the sea, your ties need to go somewhere. There we go. Nope. See, all my stuff is nicely organized. Hey, you don't let me put that there. That's fine. Yeah, I'll put these things in here. Yeah. One more? No. That's okay. Where do you want to go? Can I put you here? Let's fucking go. I think this is a diary. Or it's the scrapbook I'm working on. Could be that. Oh, where's your PC? Wait a minute. PC is missing. Better have a desk somewhere. Maybe there's more to this house than I realize. Can this go here? Yes. Okay. Bedroom is organized. I think the living room is the last thing I have. Yeah, we're rolling with this. What is this? Steel wool? What the hell is that? Ah, close enough. Alright, this catastrophe. Where does the bug wanna go? That's a bad place for the bug, but the game is saying yes. The bug should not be there. That is gonna get him rattled the moment anything starts playing. Okay. Maybe y'all go under here? No, do not. You? Oh. Maybe my teeny tiny little things go here. Yeah! Big weights and cute weights. Oh, come on. Can I put these in a drawer? No. Where can I put you? No, okay. Alright, you're gonna stay there for a moment. Let's see. I have to rearrange more of this stuff over here. Yeah, there's just like no space for all of this stuff. I'm really gonna have to just shuffle things around. Where do you want to go? Can I put you in the bedroom at all? Is there anywhere I can just shove you? Yeah. Okay, okay. I like that this just like auto sorts. It makes it very easy to just shove books somewhere. What's important is that I don't have to find it later. Someone else has to, so I don't have to worry about if the order's bad or not. I move these over. Sometimes a bookend is just another book. God, I have a TV. I have not plugged it in since I have moved in. I simply have gotten into the habit of not using a TV, and so I have no... I think if I do start playing Inquisition again, because I have it on my PlayStation, which I haven't used in a long time, but if I am gonna get that TV set up, it's probably just gonna be to play Inquisition. Maybe to play Journey 2, because that is probably my favorite game, and I have not touched it in a while. Which I should play it again. It's one of my favorites. It's a cool game. It's made me cry on more than one occasion, and it's a game that like is like an hour and a half of a loop. And it's incredible. And I think everybody should play it at least once. And more importantly, I think everybody should have an experience of Journey where they play with a stranger, because those have been some of the most incredible moments of gaming I have ever experienced. I remember one time, I think the one that sticks out the most for me was when I went through an entire game where I ran into somebody immediately, and we like stuck through the whole thing together. We were at each other's side every moment, and it was such a beautiful time. And then we got to the end of the game, and we both suffered our way through the mountain, and we both passed away, and we were brought into the heaven area, and I got in, and I think I waited for like 5 or 10 minutes for them to pop out the other side, and they never did. And I'm pretty sure I just cried. Like, that's not a game design. Like, that wasn't like an intention of the story. That was just what our journey was, is we were going to be there for each other every step of the way. And unfortunately, at the last second, it was going to be ripped away from us. And it broke my heart, but it was also such like a beautiful, painful moment that has like lived in my heart, I think, ever since. And I never could, like, obviously because of the nature of the you getting connected with somebody else is you don't know who it is. And so it's just been a mystery, and it will always be a mystery for the rest of my life, is who that person was and what happened. And I wish them nothing but the world. And then I had another run at a different time where it was before I got White Cloak, but it was someone with a White Cloak who found me. I think it was a White Cloak at least. And we got into the temple area. And I don't know what their plan was, but they were like very clearly like, hey, follow me. Like, it was very much, they were very much communicating to me that they're like, hey, follow me. And I did, and they broke out of bounds. And we went on this insane out of bounds journey that was clear that they needed somebody to like follow them, and they needed somebody to just trust and follow their lead. And it was such a magical experience to just go through like the backside of this world. And it was such an incredible time. And it's just like moments like that where I'm like, God, what a amazing game this is. And I hope everybody at least once in their life gets to experience that game and experience it with a stranger, because it is incredible what can happen. And obviously there's some playthroughs where it's like, yeah, there was a stranger I saw maybe once at a distance, and then that was it. We never interacted. Because I've played through that game a lot. And I've had playthroughs where just no one ever showed up, either because I didn't have the PlayStation thing, or just because of luck, nothing happened. But those are also cool. You get to experience that journey on your own, which is also a cool experience. Can you get hung? No. Yeah, it's just a really, really cool game that obviously I think that, depending the person, could be a really boring game. But it doesn't mean that it is bad. It is just that it is one of those games that some people will really thrive in it, and some people will be like, alright. Because I've had games that people have recommended to me that they were like, I loved this game, this was great. And I was just like, it's okay. Or I'm like, oh, this doesn't resonate with me, but that's okay. Does not mean it was not a good game, just mean it was not a game where I was the intended audience. Though I do love to find something that I also love. That's always a good time. How about you here? No. What can go in this little gap? One of you, surely. Can you go up here? Or are you a couch friend? Yeah. Also, speaking of Journey, I am debating whether or not I want to pick up Sky again, because they're having a season soon where it's Moomin themed. And I need the Snufkin outfit. I don't really play the game. I'm on a big break from the game right now. I need the Snufkin outfit though. That's a need. I need that fit. I need to be a little guy with a little hat and a little cloak. It's critical fit. Where do any of you go? Where do you go? We don't have like a place to put. Maybe you under the bed. No. Storage space? No. Here? Yeah. Yeah. Are you a fridge thing? Oh, yeah, obviously it's a fridge thing. I've been meaning to get something like this for my fridge. Which reminds me, I had something I was supposed to return to Whole Foods today, or at least the Amazon drop-off of Whole Foods. And I forgot. I've been meaning to get something like this for my fridge, because I love a little notepad to write on. And I don't have one, and for some reason I feel like I've had one previously. I haven't. I don't know why I think that, but Want it. Can you go anywhere? Place you can go. There's like no wall space for me to hang anything. Right, the fucking diploma. The fuck do you go? Can I remove the guitar and put the ukulele up there? You don't have places to go. This is my new table. No more Baljeet table. We have degree table. Can you be pivoted anywhere? Where do you go? Can you also go into the bed? Okay, thank God. We have space. Can you under the bed? Okay, thank God. I'm glad to see it still. Can I have the shiny thing up? Wait, come here. Oh, that is the shiny thing. Oh, we can't see the shiny part. How far can you go? Yeah, that's too far. There we go. Now we can still see it. Oh, we did it! Yay! Okay. Do I want to leave the kitchen like that? God, these are not organized very well, but it's in places. And that's what matters. Yeah, I could have optimized this better to look better, but this is good enough. Alright. That might be me wrapping it up. Let's look at a nicer looking room. Let's do living room. Let's look at the bug. Up we go. There we go. Yay! Rockstar! Oh, thank God. Feels so serious moving into... Oh, his place! We have a man confirmed. Mans doesn't organize his underoos drawer. We're gonna have to have a conversation. Okay. Oh, that was a good knuckle crack. Alright. I feel like this is a good stopping point. I feel like I'm at a good spot, and I feel like if I try to do another puzzle, I would lose steam. So let's switch pages. I'm gonna set up my buttons again on my stream deck, because I keep having to manually move around, and I am annoyed. Hello! Alright. Let me see if there's anybody to raid that I want to raid. But considering my vibe right now, I'm thinking probably not. Thank you for the stream. Thank you for the hangout. I will be expecting my Dragon Age... What's the term for it? Lecture? I will be expecting my Dragon Age orientation in the coming weeks. Literally, I was watching things were happening. I'm so sorry. You're okay. You're good. We are just vibing. We got the quiet streams. But yeah, I'm assuming I'm going to pre-order Veilguard. The question is just, do I push it and get the quote-unquote deluxe version, which only has additional outfits, and there are not even many of them? And I'm assuming I'm probably not going to do that, because for 20 bucks, I could get other things. For 20 bucks, I could... Actually, I'm gonna think of it like this. Not getting the deluxe version means I will have a 50% off for the My Sims game, which is a need, not a want. It must happen. I need people to know that it is a good game and it is a fun game, and people need to be exposed to it. I forget if I told you this, but I think I told someone this recently. But I growing up, I liked My Sims. It was a very fun time. I had a very fun time with it. Was it the best game ever? No, but I resonated with it a lot. I liked the art style. I liked the whole, like, I'm making these silly little houses that each have like vibes to them, and I'm building furniture for people, some of which is just complete nonsense, but that's what they're looking for. It resonated with me. I liked it a lot. And then some years ago, I saw, it was during a time period where I was watching very occasionally, I think his name was Peanut Butter Gamer. He was a guy who did like game reviews, and I was watching his stuff very occasionally, and he did a game review where he was like, this is the worst game of all time. And he didn't like say that's what it was on it, I think on the thumbnail, but it was like, this is the worst game of all time. And I clicked on it, and it was My Sims, and I was so indignant. I was upset. That was my little guy. This was my, it felt like a little brother. This was my little guy, and I was indignant that this motherfucker was like, this is the worst game ever. So since then, I've been aggressively like, this is the best fucking game. This game kicks ass. Everybody should play it. It is, without a doubt, not the best game ever. It's a fun game. It's a nice game. It is probably not most people's cup of tea. It is by far not the worst game ever. I've played the worst game ever, and that's called Faya. It is a beautiful game that runs like shit and is ultimately just a visual audio experience, and it has trash platforming, and the narrative resolution is dumb as rocks. That's the worst game ever, because the expectations were sky high and the execution was ass. That's the worst game ever, not My Sims. You look at My Sims, you know what you're in for. This is like baby's first Roblox, but in my opinion, in my nostalgia tinted opinion, far superior, because it was my experience that I enjoyed. I know a lot of people shit on like, oh, Roblox, blah, and like I had the instinct sometimes to do that too as millennial, but in all honesty, I don't really shit about Roblox. I don't like looking at it, but I know it's a very cool engine for people to make their own games in, so I try to refrain from dunking on it for no reason. I've solely had fun on Roblox. Exactly, yeah, because I'm like, I don't actually know anything about it. There's no reason for me to say anything negative about it when I have literally no opinion, no actual basis opinion about it. It's just a thing that I look at from the distance occasionally, and I'm like, eh. There's going to be an official Warriors game? How is it official? The Aaron Hunter's putting it together? Are they even still writing from that series? I fell off of it so hard in like middle school after being so on it for so long, and then I caught up to the books in like the third series, and I was like, all right, I'm good. It had like shot for the stars, and I was just like, I don't really know what's going on anymore. You DM'd me. Okay. Is this going to explain why I saw... No, this doesn't explain. This is Roblox? This is distinctly not a Roblox shape. Every day apparently the page is not available. So either this is an elaborate hoax or TikTok is just not working on browser anymore. Do not know. But yeah, it's an Aaron Hunter's backed thing? Goodness gracious. Every so often, I get the urge to try and reread Warriors. And part of me is afraid to do that, because I'm afraid that I'm going to reread it and be like, what was middle school me on about? I remember picking up the first book randomly. We were in a Borders, I think it was Borders. It was some sort of big bookstore. and it was my mom's birthday, and for some reason we went to this bookstore, and she was like, everybody can pick out one book to take home. And I saw a cat on the front of a book, and I went, I want that one. And then I read it, and I was obsessed with it for years. And I was like, I don't know if it was over the course of a year or a course of multiple years, but I was just reading through the books, and it was like, you go through like Firestar's arc, and then there was the, go over the arcs. It was the first arc, which was in the first area, and then the second arc, which was like, I think either part of the journey to the new place, or I don't know. There was area 1, and then there was the second arc where they traveled from area 1 to area 2, and then the third arc, which is where they were just in the area, but like there were the 3 prophecy cats, and one of them died, or I guess didn't die. Hollyfeather? I forget what her name was. Hollyleaf. I guess she didn't die? I learned this years later. I assumed she died. Because, you know, rocks fall. Seems like she's getting trapped in the tunnels. I assumed she died. I guess she didn't, from what I heard, like, earlier this year, and was shocked by. And then, yeah, at some point it was either, like, the tail end of that arc, or I guess a 4th arc, where I was just, like, I caught up, and I had, like, time where I wasn't, a time away where I wasn't, like, in, like, this is an up-and-coming thing mode, and then I was just like, you know, I'm good, you know, I think I'm good, which is a problem I'm having right now, because I've caught up to the Malevolent podcast, which I ripped through in the course of, like, 2 or 3 weeks, and I went through about 4 years of content in about 2 or 3 weeks, and now I have to wait every month to listen to it, and I'm like, I can tell that if no one pushed me to listen to it anymore, I would not be. And it's not even because I don't like it. I liked it a lot. The last episode was great. I'm just like, if I'm like not actively hooked into something for like a few weeks, it just goes away. It just vanishes. Unless it's like an old hyperfixation that like rears its head up and is like, you're gonna think about me now for a while, and I have to live with that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to alert my friends who are also warrior cat pilled about this. They need to know. We need to understand the depths of what this is. We all need to get our warrior cats. Actually, important question. Since you brought up warrior cats organically, I'm assuming you also have a warrior cat's name. Because I have one. I thought about rereading the Ares, but also reading a few other middle grade series. So you do have one. Mine was Bramblepath. That was mine. It had been handed to me by a name generator on one of them forum sites where you like role played as your warrior cat, and I maybe once did in a forum, but like never actively. But in my mind, that has been my warrior cat's name that I've like carried for years, is Bramblepath. So now you have to hand over your warrior cat's name, since this is a safe space and you introduced warrior cats into the space, which means you likely have one, and it must be provided. I will make the safe even spacer by admitting that I one time made a warrior cat's OC that I was like, I'm gonna name this warrior cat Bracken Wind, because I thought that sounded so cool, and I misspelled it once, and I misspelled it as Broken Wind, and that was when I realized I named my warrior's cat Fart, and I deleted the OC immediately. I was a kitty pet, and the name was Kite. Oh, that's so cute! Little kite, little kitty pet. My mom occasionally will still refer to like indoor cats as kitty pets, specifically to contrast if there's like strays around their place. She's like, oh, little black kitty's becoming a little kitty pet. He's liking the inside a lot. And I'm like, aw. I'm looking at my little kitty Mimi, my little kitty pet. She used to live a hard life on the thunder paths, and now she lives the decadent life of inside with her heat pad and her wet food and her getting to snuggle underneath the covers. This woman could not stand the streets anymore. She's a woman of the inside, of the luxuries of life. My little baby. Alright. Yeah, there are some folks online, but yeah, I think I am good. I think I'm good for the night. I'm gonna try and make some lavender simple syrup because I have made a London fog with just the buds in it, and I was just like, you know what? I would like this as a simple syrup more, I think. I literally got like a spice container of lavender buds from the store, because I was considering trying to order some from somewhere, but I was like, I can get this for like $2.99 at my local Kroger, and you know what? That's a deal. That's a deal. And it's a lot easier to add a little bit of sweetness. I have a problem, and the problem is that I only like coffee and tea if it's been sweetened to hell and back. And I have to accept that about myself. But it's okay. I like lavender. Alright. Oh, okay. Last time I streamed yesterday, the credits still did not work. I think I have maybe figured it out. We are gonna find out today, because the way that mine is set up is it will also call out like people who have chatted today, because I do not have enough active stuff that happens in my stream to have it just be follows and subscribes, because those are once in a blue moon, and so we are celebrating chatters as well, because I think that's fun. My rose-flavored London fog saved me in the cold Washington winters. Ooh. Mine, back when I was in, I think, like, I forget if it was before or after college, but I had like a nightly ritual where I would have a cup of, I would make black tea, and I'd put honey, and I'd put milk, and I'd put like a little sugar cube. Because for some reason my mom had sugar cubes, and I was like, I like this. So I used the sugar cubes. And that would be my nightly ritual before bed, was to have a cup of tea. And now I can't really do that, because then it makes my body warm and it makes me sad. I have to cool it down with ice. But I have a system of making ice that's very efficient now, and I like it. But yeah, that is it. We're gonna really quick test the credits and we will wrap up. And if you do not hear me speak again, that's because the credits worked and I'm celebrating on my end. And if you hear me complain, it's because they didn't work. So if this is the last time you hear from me tonight, thank you for hanging out. I do not plan on streaming for the rest of this week, and I might stream over the weekend. Whether or not I stream, you can hear about that over on my Twitter. So if you want to hear about more stream updates or just want to hear me yell occasionally, go follow me there. And if I don't see y'all before next week, then I hope you have a lovely weekend. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye! Hello, welcome to the part of the stream where the credits don't work again. We're gonna do a little experiment. I swear to God. Come on, trigger. Come on, go. I was so excited. I thought this would work. I was convinced this would work. This is so heartbreaking. I don't want to use stream elements for this. Literally all the tutorials are like, you just go to your credit stream and then it will roll. It's not working. Something's wrong. I'm losing my mind. I think I can only test this on a stream too, so I have to like stream to fix this. Alright, that's the end of the stream. Have a nice night, y'all. Bye-bye.